と思っていたのだが、お前はやることなすことすべてが軽すぎる。ちょうどいい機会だ。今日はとことん話をさせてもらうぞ。
I definitely like the end, introducing the next character, which is a nice cat girl. What's going on, my friends? I'm Dom from the Otaku Room, and we're talking about a gatherer's adventure in Isekai. We're talking about episode number 3 and number 4 in one video. Why? Because I am late to the party in covering these videos. So we're just grouping episode number 3 and 4 in this review. So I want to say this. The show is getting better. It's getting more enjoyable. And that's the main thing is, are we having fun watching the show? And personally, I'm having fun. I really like B as a character, as kind of like the side character companion. This one really reminds me of, there was another isekai anime. There was like a slime anime a couple of years ago. This really reminds me of that show quite a bit. It's kind of easy. It's kind of breezy. It's about a character who doesn't want to get a lot of renown, doesn't want to get a lot of notice, but ultimately still has to make certain decisions to save the people that he's becoming friends with and save the town that he's living in. So from that angle, it definitely has very much similarities to that show. And that's kind of why I'm kind of partial to it, you know. And the other part of it too is there's been moments where I'm laughing quite a bit. I like how Takeru and 𝐒𝐻𝐻 and how they're getting along, which is the dragon new guy. I like how he patted him on the back when he's like, "Oh, how's your scars, buddy?" And I thought that was pretty funny. And there was a lot of jam-packed, pretty funny moments during episode number 1 and 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't even brain fart. Episode 3 and 4. Episode 3 was all focused around him, kind of discovering, you know, his gathering ability is OP. He's spending time back in the town once again. The town folk are recommending him to go to the big city. He ends up leaving them and then goes on a journey, eats some crab, you know, gets a big hot pot going, gets crab going, and finally makes his way into the city. He finds out, you know, what the city folk see him when they use certain status reveal powers, and then he makes his way and ends joining the Adventure Guild at the end of the episode, and kind of showing off a little bit about, you know, his gathering abilities and stuff like that. So that's all episode number 3. And then episode number 4 is now he's living the life. He's living the isekai life in another world. He's taking a bath for the first time. He's making friends for the first time. He's making friends in the guild. He's making friends across in certain stores. He's making friends with the dragon newt and different adventurers. And then an emergency happens, and all people, including himself, because he's getting a lot of renown, and people are saying you need to rank up, you know, and you're a lot better than what you are, blah, blah, blah. So he finally takes to the front lines because, you know, the village and the city's going to be attacked by goblins and stuff. And, you know, he rushes in and he helps his friends out. And through some, you know, some magic and healing magic, you know, he uses healing magic a couple times this episode. And he heals his friends and finally reveals that he's from another world to now his new companion in the dragon new guy. And then we end the episode with him meeting the cat girl. So a lot of really fun stuff happened. You know, the bath moments were pretty funny. Him kind of making these life decisions like, do I save them? Do I not save them? I think that's pretty fun. B is just a really, really cute companion. And I love how even like the regular folk, when they see him, they're like, oh, he's so cute. They just can't help but react in that way, which I really like as well, too. So, you know, I think they're just really nailing it. It's a fun time. It's easy. It's an easy watch. And I think if you have room in your schedule this season and you're like, yeah, I can fit this in, it's definitely not going to win awards. It's not going to be someone's favorite anime more than likely. But it's cute enough and it's funny enough and it's fun enough to watch to where I think it's definitely worth being in people's rotation, including yours and mine this season. So I'm going to keep watching. I'm having a good time watching it so far. I was a little 50-50, a little iffy on the show, but it definitely reeled me back in with this episode, or with these 2 episodes, to reel me back in. And I'm pleased to say that it did, because I was a little like, I don't know if this is worth it, you know, but it definitely brought me back in. So I'll say that these 2 episodes, you know, together, I say they're both about a 7 out of 10, which is pretty high praise considering this is definitely a budget show. So episode 3 was really good, you know, kind of going, you know, being back in his hometown, quote unquote, and about to leave to the big city. And number 4, all about getting to the big city and making a name for himself and whatever that means for himself going forward. So definitely excited for him, excited for B, and can't wait to watch more. So let me know what you guys thought about these episodes in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next week for episode number 5. And we'll get our schedule back on track. Apologies for having these videos late. I have another channel, another gaming channel, and I've been focused 100% on Pokemon Legends EA. So check that out in the description and go subscribe to me on that channel over there. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you guys for episode number 5. Peace.